We're sitting inside a Euro 6 truck, and the exhaust gas from a bad boy like this is pretty clean, and it is so because of an advanced emission technology system. But that system requires maintenance, and that can be costly and also time consuming, but I can promise you, neglecting that and cutting corners can very easily be even more costly. That's why I'm here to tell you about 3 tips for you to live a cleaner, greener and cheaper life with Euro 6. First up is regular filter maintenance. Now, the filter in here traps over 99% of particulate filters, and while it does that, it gets hot. It gets very hot. And while the particulates burn to ashes, some of them burns into hardened ash and get stuck inside the core itself. And now I know you've seen all the videos on YouTube about how you can just flush it with water, but please don't go there. Now, in all fairness, regular hot water cleaning removes roughly 50% of ashes from the filter. The problem is the other 50% are usually hardened ash, and it remains. So at Dinex we conduct a full 3-stage reconditioning which fully restores the filter's original soot load capacity and restores its ability to passively regenerate. That means it lasts longer, it extends your service intervals, it gives you a better fuel economy, and it costs less than a new filter. But sometimes it's not just the filter that needs service. Sometimes the entire Euro 6 silencer has just broke down. And when that happens, you got 2 options. Either you buy an entirely brand new one, which is pretty expensive, of course, unless you go for an aftermarket version from Dinex with full type approval, of course. But the other option you have is to go for a remanufactured version, where all the old, worn out substrates has been cut out and replaced with new ones. At Dinex, we love remanufacturing, and there's a lot of great workshops out there doing an amazing job, but there are also some who doesn't. So if you buy a remanufactured Euro 6 silencer, make sure the workshop has replaced all substrates with new type-approved ones and has conducted a proper validation and leakage test of the silencer before they sell it to you. Otherwise, you're the one ending up with poor performance and premature breakdowns. Now, the last hint for you might be a little bit boring, but it might also be the most important one. All Euro 6 trucks are type approved according to strict standards, not only to ensure their performance, but also to ensure their quality and durability. And you care about those 2 things, don't you? Dinex is the only aftermarket supplier in Europe that has its entire Euro 6 range fully type approved. And that is important, because if you replace one of these components on your truck with one that doesn't have the necessary documentation, your entire vehicle is at risk of losing its type approval. Besides compromising durability, non-type approved Euro 6 trucks are illegal for road use in Europe. So if your truck is pulled over due to suspected high emissions or it fails a roadworthiness test with non-type approved emission technology installed, both you and the driver are risking fines in the level of up to 7,000 euros. Much more than the saving you get from buying cheaper, non-type approved spare parts. So, we're back when we started, and we're ready to roll again. But before we go, let's just summarize those 3 tips. First of all, number 1, go for reconditioning instead of regular cleaning and save time, money, and fuel. Number 2, always go for quality remanufacturing to avoid premature breakdowns. And number 3, only accept type-approved emission technology for durability and 0 legal risks. Make sure you follow Dinex on social media for more tips and insights, especially from my good friend Dr. Knox as well. See you out there.